Okay guys, we need to do a quick video on the Conservatives, formerly known as the Tories or Conservative Party. But before we do that, it's time to chill out my other social media platforms where exclusive content will be uploaded, and in fact already has been. As some of you might know, there are already videos on there that you won't find on YouTube, so check out the links down below for that. Now though, back to the Tories, headed up by a dopey blonde ponce called Boris Johnson, and riddled with many septic spots on the arse of humanity like Matt Hancock, as you all know. But today we are talking about one in particular, Sajid Javid, the Tory MP and former Chancellor of the Exchequer, who last night literally professed his support for BLM, you know, the Marxist movement that has helped zero black people and never will. Oh no, sorry, that is actually wrong. It made one woman pretty rich, didn't it? I mean, she now owns 4 houses, including a $1.4 million compound in the whitest area she could find. Because as the Lotus Eaters correctly put it yesterday, black grifts matter. But back to the UK, we literally have another race grifter here outing himself as a hypocrite because Sajid Javid's newly discovered support for BLM is a blatant contradiction when looking at what he said last year in mainstream media articles. He actually said that BLM are not a force for good and rightly pointed out the group is run by a bunch of neo-Marxist scumbags, showing me he now supports defunding the police, or should we say openly supports it, because as I've said before, I bet most if not Tory MPs support it behind closed doors anyway. Labour, as you know, are more than open about it, but the Tories want to keep the illusion going that they actually support the people. But here we have Sajid Javid shitting all over that with this stupid tweet last night saying, "Justice, Black Lives Matter, rest in peace George Floyd. Quick, someone grab me a bucket, I think I might fucking puke." Now, to be honest, this is not surprising to me in the slightest. You can go back and look through my videos where I said the Tory party will be supporting BLM behind closed doors. They just know admitting it right now to the public, and especially last year, would have been a very bad idea. Give it a few months, they will all be promoting them and joining Sadiq Khan, ripping down our statues, changing street names and telling you all how racist you are. At this point, it is possible, considering all we have seen, let's be honest. Now, as most of the internet is pointing out to this dipshit, last year he literally stood against BLM, telling them to show respect and pointing out they are not a force for good, as I said, making this twat as bad as a Labour MP in every sense of the word. Yes, I know the Tories and Labour are two cheeks of the same shit-covered arsehole, but Sajid Javid here appears to be trying to lick the shit off Labour's arse cheek and lump it all on the Tories. What a way of pissing off not only the virtue signallers who do not like Tory MPs jumping on their bandwagons, but also piss off the Tory party voters who will never support BLM in any way because they will not cuck themselves to a bunch of Marxist race-baiting fuckpigs. Obviously outside of the Marxists within the Tory party anyway, because as we know, it's fucking rife with them, let me tell ya. Though, to be honest, this sort of flip-flopping is exactly what we see from Boris Johnson in relation to almost everything at this point, so we shouldn't even really be surprised, should we? They do, after all, have the consistency of a wet fart, and their actions over the last year certainly leaves a whiff of shit in the nose of their voters that I hope will never leave. But you know what, on that note, I think I will end the video there, guys. Everything else in relation to this is to do with the case itself and bullshit like that, which I don't give a fuck about and never will. Calling out hypocritical tosspot politicians is something that I will always do, though. Now remember, check out my other social media links that are down below, as I said at the beginning, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
Where